everyone, welcome back to the shop. Today, let's get started on the electrical system. All right, because I was out of the house for the past week, it's trade show time of year, so it's been a whole lot of overtime. Anyway, I'm back home and spending most of the day getting caught up on everything I couldn't do for the last week, like shoveling snow that fell, almost a week ago, and it's frozen, so it just made for an interesting day. So anyway, what we're gonna do, because it's nighttime out there right now, so I'm gonna try to crank this out in one quick little video to make everybody happy. What I'm going to do is we're going to put the electrical switch panel, and it also has the fueling port in the middle of it too, and as per the last video and I showed you where I'm going to install it. And there's a couple other little quirks that might come up when doing this, but we'll find out when that time comes. I think it's going to be an issue with this little hump on the bottom, but we're gonna work around it. We'll find a way to work around it. So anyway, here's what I did. Because I am Mr. Template, I took the outside dimensions of this, traced around it, and made sure it all matched. The square I've got cut out in the center, that's where it's all pretty much just, you can see the little box on the inside. That's the size of the hole. That's the main part of the hole that's going to get done. So I'll trim all the way around on this, set up the template on the fuselage, and I'll put some tape on the outside, and then we'll come in with a cutoff wheel and a little sanding drum. The thing I have to worry about when you guys get a chance to look at the back of that, I'm hoping you can see it good enough. You got the two humps up on the top, and of course on the bottom you've got three. So what I'll do is I'll get this all set up so that we can get everything properly lined up, come in with a pencil, kind of trace out the top of the humps on the fuselage, and then come in with the little drum wheel. We'll go ahead and we'll remove material. Now, real quick, what I did on the inside, because I told you I was going to use the soldering iron to go ahead and melt back the, and I hope you're going to be able to see this good enough. Yeah, you could, good. We had good light. All right, I just came in with an 80-watt soldering iron, and once it gets hot enough, you don't even have to touch the foam. The heat alone melts it back. So none of that foam was actually removed. It didn't come out in chunks. That just melted back into place. So that's a nice little spot back there, so I can go ahead and get the electronics through, and it's not going to get in the way, and it's still all the way up to the very point up in here. There's limited support for the balsa up there, but it's strong enough up on the top. And then when I put the fabric covering on the top, it's not going anywhere. So I'll go ahead and get this cut out, and then we'll switch over to the other camera, and I can show you how we're going to do it. Okay, first thing we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get this cut out. And it measured 5 millimeters from the outside edge to the flat spot here, and this is what this was all drawn off of, was this piece right here. So it's 5 millimeters in, top and bottom. I decided to have it set up so that what I'm doing on this is I'm only removing 4 millimeters, because where I put the tape on, I'd rather have the hole a little bit too large than too small. Just to make it quicker for me. But because I'm using the tape on it, I don't have to go all the way up to the tape. So that's my little safety net right there, and it'll work. So the first thing I'm going to do is throw a little piece of tape on the top, and we'll get everything lined up properly on the bottom where I want it. And we should be right about there. It's looking pretty good. Now I'll go ahead and run a strip of tape across the bottom. Okay, then on the top, I'll probably just go ahead and do it this way. Just draw a quick little line or some end points on it. Good there, and here comes the line. Okay, that part done. Now I'm going to do is come in and then cut these two little ears off on the outside. Then I'll just get it lined up with the center line. Put a line there, put a line on this side. Now I know where to put the tape, and then we can get out the cutting wheel. Alright, let's see how she goes. Alright, it is in and it's straight. That's a good fit. If I wanted to, I could slide it that way just a little teeny bit, but I think it's going to be good just where it's at. Now the problem I'm going to have here, and you guys are going to see it firsthand, is right here. It's going to hit. So in order for me to, if I've got to get this out, and the only thing that's going to be under here is the servos are upside down, and I'll probably have the battery pack possibly, or the receiver. I may be able to just go ahead and be able to bypass anything else I'd have to put up on the top. So this could be set up so I really don't have to go up inside here for anything unless I've got to remove a servo. But what I could do with that is I can go ahead, take the two screws out of this switch, and then go ahead and pop it out. Slide the cockpit back in, even though I got it in backwards. Let me back it out. There we go. So slide the cockpit in, screw it down, and then just go ahead and then put the switch panel back in again. So I think that's probably how I'm going to do it. Because you can't say that it doesn't look good. So let's pretty much consider that done. It's going to have a windscreen over the top of it. So if I want to come in and fill fuel through here, it's just a matter of popping this thing out, and then I'll have enough hose that comes out so I can get it away from the plane, and then go ahead and put it back in, and we can call that done. So the way I'll probably set it up, it'll probably be, and I'll have it marked somewhere, it's probably going to be ignition on the left and just regular receiver on the right. And the only reason why I'm going to do it that way is because my big biplane, that's how I've got it set up. So that way, and I've got it set up the same exact way with the Taylor Craft. Just because if that's the way you got to set up on one plane, set your switch panel up the same way. So anyway, so that wasn't too bad. So anyway, that was probably about an hour. So, and you know, hopefully the video looked okay to you, because I know, I had to speed it up, put a little music behind it, because it's a little bit more struggling than I really wanted to go through. But came out nice. It looks good. So that will work just fine. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'm just shy of 300 subscribers. I'm at 292, and I'm hoping on Saturday I'll get at least 8 more. So, I'm still not making money on it, but, it's the next step up. It's 300. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. I'm down in the shop.